guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily, and today is the second ever Ask-A-Saurus Q&A, so I'm really excited. You guys have so many questions for us, and that's been so exciting. The first Q&A was me and Ross, and that was a lot of fun. Today it's just me, so hello, I'm Emily. Welcome. But yes, I'm so excited that this Ask-A-Saurus is gonna be a series on this channel. So if you want your questions answered for next time, leave a comment down below. Make sure you do, because I do look through all of them, and that's where I pick the questions for next time. And if you don't leave a comment, then you're not gonna get your question answered, and then you'll be sad. So definitely leave us a comment below. It could be about me, Ross, our dog Ladybird, Scooby, Lego, if you're interested in that stuff. But let's just jump right in and start answering some questions. So Tevin Howard asked, which Lego sets are your favorites, Emily? So definitely the Mystery Machine, which I just have right here. I love this set. This is one of my favorites. It is just so gorgeous. It's iconic. I'm a huge Scooby fan, so like this is a must-have for my collection. And also the Disney Castle. I love that set. I grew up in Orlando, so I was at Disney all the time growing up. I think the record number of times I was at Disney in a year was like 55. Which is more than once a week. So yeah, I was definitely a little Disney kid, and I still am. I'm a Disney girl. I love Disney. I don't know if you can tell, there's not really too much Disney in my background, but I do love it. So yeah, the Disney Castle for sure. And I really do hope that Lego keeps making Disney sets because they're so cool. I want a Disney CMF Series 3. I want a Disney monorail, the Epcot ball. Those would be so cool. Oh my gosh. I got all excited about Disney again, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so this next one's a really good question. So we have BL Bricks YT asking, question. A year ago, do you think you'd be at the same position? So, if I understand that right, a year ago, did I think I'd be doing this, Lego YouTube? No, not at all. A year ago, I had just gotten a job offer as a data scientist somewhere in Austin. It was like my dream job. I was so happy to work there. And then like a month later, I was laid off due to the pandemic, which really sucked. Like that was such a sad time. And fortunately, a little bit later through summer, my husband did tell me like, hey, you know, just a reminder, I have this Lego YouTube channel from 10 years ago. I used to do some stop motion. It was pretty cool. And you know, at that point I was like, you know what? Yeah, that would be fun. Like I really did like Lego at the time. I still obviously do, but I just thought that would be a really good way to just interact with the outside world because we were home all day. A year ago, if I told myself, hey Emily, you know, you're gonna be making Lego YouTube videos, I'd be like, no, I'm not. That's insane. Like, there's no way. I don't know anything about filming, recording, camera. Like, no, this is so different than what I thought I would be doing. So, yeah. I mean, that makes it really exciting, though, I think. Okay, so this next question kind of triggers me a little bit just because I could talk about this all day. There's so many minifigures I want to be made. So, Lego Collector _KM is asking, Mrs. Saurus, what mini doll has been made of a Disney character that you want to be made in minifigure form the most? So I actually have this girl right here handy. This is Belle. We go way back, good friends, you know. I really want Belle as a minifigure. I would give anything to have Belle as a minifigure. She's adorable. I mean, she's adorable in Brickhead's form, but like, I want a minifigure, you know? I just love Disney minifigures. They're so cute. Not to say this isn't adorable, which it is. She's just, I don't know, I like minifigures. What's wrong with that? I just adore minifigures. I want more Disney minifigures. I said this earlier, but Disney CMF Series 3. When's that coming? So yeah, definitely Belle. There's a lot of others that I would love to have as minifigures, but Belle for sure. Okay, so our next question is from Brick Adjuster saying, great Q&A segment. Thanks. Have you been to a Lego convention? If so, which ones have you attended? So I've been to Brick Fiesta. It was in Austin. I think it was 2018, and it was so cool, you guys. It was like the craziest experience ever. That was my first ever Lego convention, and only, sadly. I would love to go to a Lego convention soon. Hopefully the world opens up. We'll see. But yeah, it was just insane. I had no idea what to expect. I think I only had like 2 or 3 Lego sets at the time, so I was definitely not as big of a Lego fan as I am now. Like, I definitely enjoyed it. I had my Mystery Machine, my Disney Castle. I remember while I was there, I was on the hunt for Disney CMF Series 1 because I wasn't a fan of Lego back then. I just didn't know that they existed. So I was trying to get a bunch of those. I know I got Ariel there, but also just seeing all the crazy like giant mocks, it was so cool. Like I saw a bunch of trains going and that was awesome. There's like some medieval stuff. I really want to go to a Lego convention soon. That would be so cool. But yeah, it was a great time. Brick Rodeo, I think it was renamed to Brick Rodeo. I think that's what's going on. I'm not sure, but it's going on in Houston this summer and I cannot wait. That'll be so much fun. So next up, we have a question from Tech Productions. Howdy Tech. Have either of you considered submitting a Lego idea and what might it be? Of course we've thought about it. I mean, the issue is what would we submit, you know, because there's so many cool things that we like, but also Lego Ideas is really picky. So Ross loves Star Wars. They don't let you do Star Wars. So stuff like that's kind of limiting, but we definitely have some ideas, but I don't know, it's kind of scary because we're not really mock builders that much. Like we've never built anything that would even resemble a real Lego set. So that's kind of intimidating, you know, going from knowing nothing to submitting a Lego Ideas project. I think it'd be cool though. I think it'd be really fun. Plus designing that with my husband, that would be so much fun. So yes, we've thought about it. Yes, we actually have like thought about doing it, but coming up with what we would submit is the hard part. And then the second hard part would be actually doing it. And then getting to 10K and then seeing if it would actually become a Lego set. There's actually a lot of really hard parts in that, I think. Okay, so now Amanda G is coming at me with a really tough question. If you could design the next Lego modular, what would it be? And so, you know, I wasn't sure. I actually went and talked to my husband Ross about this because I was like, what would we design? Like, what could we do that would be super cool, super different? And we determined that pretty much everything that you need in a city has already been made. So we kind of thought outside the box and we thought, you know what we still need is like a retirement home, you know, like a senior living facility. So we'd have like a bunch of old people. It would be kind of like a medical thing / retirement home. There'd be like golf carts and stuff like that. There'd be like a bingo room. It would be great. I think it would be a bestseller. Okay, so next up, Francois is asking, do you guys like to watch Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and Modern Family? I really like Friends. I think that's such a fun show. It is just really entertaining, and plus I just bought the Lego set Central Perk, so I mean, yeah, I really do like that one. I am a little bit disappointed though because I really do like Big Bang Theory as well, but I never bought the Lego set for it. I wasn't a Lego fan back then. I feel bad about it too. I regret it. Blame Ross. And then as for Modern Family, I haven't really seen too much of it. I've seen a few episodes. I've heard it's really funny and the parts that I have watched are really good. So maybe I should give it a try. Okay, so now Jeremy's asking, why does the new TIE Fighter have about as many pieces as the older TIE Fighters, yet it's smaller? Smaller pieces? I don't know. I mean, this thing is definitely tiny. Let me grab them. So here's the daddy TIE Fighter. Here's the mommy TIE Fighter. They're about the same size, so that's pretty cool. But then the little baby TIE Fighter comes in, and this thing's tiny. So look at that. That's super small. Like, look at that in front of it. It like fits inside it. It could like live inside this TIE Fighter. So I don't know why. Maybe smaller pieces, maybe more compact. I have no idea. Yeah, I wish it were a little bit bigger because between these two, I think this is from the Han Solo movie, I think. I don't really remember. This one's the one from 2021. Oh, it's backwards. This one's the one from 2021. So yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're saying. I think this one looks better, but for a budget TIE Fighter, this one is pretty good. Okay, so Galaxy Ace really wants to know, what do you think of the new Ninjago sets? I think they're awesome. He said that part. And would you consider collecting Ninjago if money and display space didn't matter? I mean, totally, right? Like if I had unlimited money and space, I had a giant mansion the size of Texas, I would totally get all the Ninjago sets 4 times over. You know, I'd build like a giant Ninjago city. It would be so cool. But yeah, unfortunately space and money are both issues because yeah, Lego's expensive and our house is only so big. But as for the actual sets, honestly, Ninjago's just not really my thing. I think they're cool. I appreciate them, but I mean, I'm definitely more of a Disney girl, Scooby, some Star Wars thrown in there, the 18+ line, Lego Ideas, like that kind of stuff is more of my thing. I definitely appreciate the Ninjago sets though. I think they're cool. Ninjago City Gardens, I do want that set. Honestly, like I really did have to hold back from getting it just because if I got that one, I'd want the docks and Ninjago City, that older one, so it's a slippery slope. But yeah, I would love to build like a giant Ninjago City in my city. That'd be so cool. Okay, so now Plugged Walnut 35 is asking, how did you get your YouTube name? So our YouTube name is Ask-A-Saurus, in case you didn't know. And when we first got our Nintendo Switch, this was like 2 years ago, I think, you had to pick a username and an avatar for it. And they had that really cute dinosaur with the Mario hat. And I thought it was cool. Dinosaurs are fun. I hadn't played Mario Odyssey at that point, so it wasn't just like, oh, I love that dinosaur from that Mario Odyssey game. I just thought the dinosaur was kind of cool and it was wearing a Mario hat. I liked it, okay? I liked it. But yeah, I chose Emma-Saurus because it's like Emily, Emma-Saurus, and I know it's kind of confusing. I've gotten some people like, hey, Emma, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, it's fine. I get that you guys assume my name's Emma, and that's totally fine. Like, I've referred to myself as Emma before. I did like a live stream the other day, like, Sunday Fun Day, Emma and Dog Mom. You know, it just sounds kind of short, it's easier, you know, it's kind of catchy-ish kind of thing. But yeah, my name's Emily, Emma-Saurus, just kind of happened. Dinosaurs are cool, and then the Nintendo Switch. So it's kind of like my gaming name, like for all my hardcore Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart stuff going on. But fun fact for you guys while we're here, this channel used to be called MasterCush812 for 12 years or so. Up until August, I think, was MasterCush812. And then our first name for the channel was deep fried bricks because we're in Texas and deep fried, I don't know. We thought it was kind of funny. After thinking more about it, we were like, nah, that's not us. And then we switched it to A-Fall wife because it sounded kind of like awful wife, like, oh, Emily, you're a bad wife, haha. But a lot of people were saying like, oh, that's so sad. Like, you're not a terrible wife. And I was like, no, it's a joke. Like, I'm in on the joke. It's funny. So yeah, then we changed it because it's like, that sounds kind of weird. I don't like it. So now it's Ask-A-Saurus, and it just really fits this channel a lot more, I think. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. That's where it's gonna stay. No more name changes, I promise. Okay, so this next one, I've been asked quite a bit recently. So Anna's Bricks is asking, do you think you'll ever apply for LAN? And I think we will. You know, I've really strongly considered it. I've looked at the application, and I really think that, you know, our kind of Ask-A-Saurus brand really fits with what LAN is going for. We're a lifestyle channel. We don't really do news, so none of the new rule changes really impact us. We do news videos for like stuff we really care about, like Winnie the Pooh, Disney stuff, Mario, that kind of thing, but mostly it's like vlogs and lifestyle. It's like, hey, look at these cool sets. Like, I love Scooby, that kind of stuff. So I guess the short answer to that is yes, LAN would be perfect for us. That would be such a huge opportunity for this channel. So next up, Zarar is asking, other general hobbies besides Lego? For me, honestly, editing and learning more about software and film and stuff like that kind of feels like an additional hobby because there's the whole Lego part, right? Like, I like Lego, but that doesn't mean that I can create content about it. And I hope you have noticed that my content has kind of changed through time. I've added like lighting, more displays, new cameras, stuff like that. So that's kind of my second hobby, is just kind of figuring out that stuff and making the streams a little bit better. I know that doesn't sound like fun, but I actually really do enjoy it. It's really cool learning every day and the graphic design part of it because I have a membership program now and like emojis, and before we even started this channel, I knew nothing about any of this. I had no idea at all about lighting or cameras or digital design or graphics or thumbnails, any of that. Like, I had zero clue, and I'm still learning every day. Like, every day I'm like, oh, is that how that works? Like, oh, that's how those settings work on this camera. That's really cool. And I know that sounds kind of boring. Like, isn't that kind of your job on this channel? Isn't that what you're doing anyways? It's like, yeah, but I really like it. You know, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't keep doing this. Like, if I really hated editing or learning more about design and thumbnails and all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't be still creating content. You know, if I really hated that stuff, I wouldn't be here. Okay, so this is actually a really important question, you guys. This is from Jawa. I feel like nobody asked this question because it is so generic that somebody has already asked it, but what are your favorite colors? So for me, I would say like pink or purple or blue. Like, I really like these purple lights behind me. I think they look really cool. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Just something really vibrant and bright. Yellow's fun. Really just anything really bright and colorful. I love it. And then as for Ross, I'm not actually sure what his favorite color is, but I think he's nearby. Let me ask him real quick. Ross, what's your favorite color?
Black.
Boring. He said it was black, so he's boring. Okay, so next up we have a question from Johnny H. Do you like dinosaurs? Yes, I'm pro dinosaur. I am on team dinosaur. Dinosaurs are pretty cool. Like, they're objectively awesome, and I mean, who's anti-dinosaur? You know, you're either like, yeah, they existed, like whatever, that's kind of cool, I guess. Or you're like, yeah, they're freaking awesome. Like, dinosaurs are so cool. Who is anti-dinosaur? You know, I guess like meteors. Who doesn't like dinosaurs? Like, now I'm upset. Okay, so now we have a question from Pollywog. Are you ever going to sell any of your investments in Lego? Probably not, honestly. I mean, we buy Lego sets because we do really like them, and I do like that they do retain their value, so it's not like we buy it, we build it, and it just like goes to zero. You know, it does retain its value, and usually it goes up, except if you're Jin or so. But yeah, most of them definitely go way up in value. This Falcon right now, it's not retired, and it's like $400 over retail price on Bricklink right now. So it's just crazy, the aftermarket on Lego. It's absolutely insane. And for Scooby, those Scooby sets go for so much on the aftermarket. So it's kind of nice knowing that they do have value, but it would hurt me so much to sell any of these because we love them all. Okay, and finally, Brooks from Pops, Bricks, and Tricks is asking, what's your favorite gift with purchase from Lego? Definitely the Amelia Earhart set. This thing is so cool. It's so worth it. And for $100 purchase, this thing's amazing. Like, it's such a beautiful set. I have two. This one's in box, the other one's built, and I don't know where it is. That's kind of bothering me. I haven't been able to find it in like 2 days. Oops. But yeah, this thing's amazing. And plus this minifigure for Amelia Earhart is just fantastic. Go get it while you can. Super cool. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have a question you want answered for next time, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it. There were so many questions this time that I could not answer all of them, so I'm so sorry for that. But if you want your question answered, leave it in a comment below. Until then, I'll see you next time.